fam, that's what they call me. Promise that you'll never be lonely. Be the fam, that's what they call me.
Today I just have like a tips on what to do or what to know before you get a Brazilian wax. And if you're not wanting to hear the details on this, then maybe you want to move on to a next video. This is basically more towards the women because I only do women's full body waxing. I am a wax specialist. I'm a licensed esthetician in the state of Hawaii. And first thing we're going to talk about is when you want to get a wax. Make sure if you are taking any Accutane, make sure that you let your specialist know that you're taking Accutane, and we advise you not to do any waxing while you're taking that. If you are taking Accutane, you must stop it, and 6 months after you can probably get a wax, or you can go and see your doctor and talk to them about it. But make sure that's an important thing that you're gonna let your wax specialist know. Even though you want to get that wax today, you have to let your wax specialist know because it can tear your skin up. I've seen someone on YouTube, they got like a dermaplane or microneedling and stuff, and that's a no-no with Accutane. Your skin is so sensitive that it can just leave you with bad skin after that. Ladies, if you are taking Accutane, do not do no waxing or any kind of dermaplaning or stuff that is abrasive to your skin. I'm pretty sure that your esthetician will know, but you have to be honest and let them know that you are taking that medication, okay? There was this one instance when someone was taking Accutane, but I just said no because it's just for your safety, and we don't want to tear you up like that because it's really bad if you get your skin tear up like that, especially in your Brazilian area. Okay, and like if you're coming consistently, then the day before you come and get your wax, do an exfoliating with some scrub before you come in, because if sometimes you have a lot of hair there, it's not ideal for you to kind of do a exfoliating. It's going to be hard, right? So your first wax, just come on in, don't be scared. It's not gonna be as bad as childbirth, okay? Well, for me it's not. It's a simple pain for 10 to 15 minutes and that's it. It's more of the anxiousness of getting that wax is what gets you worse. Okay, and yes, if you are pregnant, you can get waxed. You can get wax when you're pregnant. You can get wax all the way till you can tolerate it, actually, because there's a lot of people that are concerned with being clean before they give birth. So yes, you can go ahead and go all the way up to you give birth. Yeah, and yes, you can have a wax if you have your periods. We recommend to put a tampon in. Let your specialist know. Sometimes when you have your period, it might be a little bit more sensitive, but it's tolerable. And do not exfoliate after you get wax, because that's a form of exfoliating, is waxing. So I would recommend at least 3 to 5 days. If you have really sensitive skin, I would wait 5 days to go ahead and get waxed. Get the exfoliating. So you would want to be on, especially if you have a lot of ingrowns, you want to try and do exfoliate at least 3 times a week. And waxing, it helps take care of the ingrowns as long as you're consistent. So I would recommend that you do waxing every 4 weeks. I have to write things down because I might forget. And at least 24 hours after you get waxed, no gym, no sweating, no swimming, nothing like that. Because if you do that, you can come back and say, oh, I broke out. You know what I mean? So that's why we recommend you not to do that, especially if you have sensitive skin. If you feel that your skin is not ready the next day after maybe the 2 days, then wait a while, because it can get, if you go swimming, it can get bacteria. It can cause a lot of things can happen, then you're going to be coming back with bumps and stuff. We don't want that. So try to keep that area clean, no sex, and stuff like that. Pretty much you would know what to do and what not to do, like common sense kind of, yeah. Well, not common sense, but the sex thing is you want to just wait, yeah. Okay, because then if you start to sweat, it can irritate your skin as well. Then you can break out. And sometimes people just kind of like break out. They have like a little like breakout, but most times it goes away. And sometimes, you know, if you're thinking of you're gonna get married, don't come like a week before or a day before you get married, because if that's your first wax and you're coming in for a wax and you think you're gonna go the next day and get married, it might not happen, especially if you had if you have coarse hair, or you know, you have a lot of hair. Sometimes the hair does not come out all in the first setting, and we want your skin to relax. So I would start about the 2 months before you get married at least, so that when you go on your honeymoon you will be having a nice smooth wax, right? Let me think of anything more. Caffeine, alcohol. Don't drink alcohol the night before you're gonna get wax. It's gonna hurt more. Your skin is dehydrated, so when your skin is dehydrated, your pores are like tightening up, so when we're pulling it might not all come out because it's so dehydrated. From my experience, I am a person to do the waxing and to a person that gets the wax, so I'm kind of like both sides, so I kind of know how it feels, and you know the troubles that an esthetician does. There are some instances where their hair is so hard to come out, especially if you have if they have big bulbs at the end. Sometimes it's harder to come out, and you're not gonna bleed a lot. You might have spots of blood if you have really thick bulbs at the end, but that's nothing to worry about. It's not going to be gushing of blood. If you are gushing blood when you finish your wax, something's wrong. They didn't do it correctly. So pretty much you won't bleed and stuff like that at all. Or if you're the person with the really coarse hair and have the big bulbs at the end, then maybe a little bit spots, but it'll go away by the end of your treatment. What else can I say? If you guys do have any questions about this, just comment below. I will be more than happy to answer them. I wanted to do this video a long time ago, but I'm doing it today. So this is mostly for the women because I do only women's waxing. I did try to keep hydrated. Caffeine and alcohol makes you dehydrated, so maybe you want to have like coffee 3 hours before you come in, and then drink a little bit water, you know, during those times. But I've drank a cup of coffee and it was fine. My first wax, it was different because it was different because it was a little bit hurt, but it just felt a little warm there while she pulled it out. It's not like a hurt, it just felt like warm, and then but when she was done, it was like the best thing I ever done. So I just continue to get the waxes, but right now when we're quarantined, I'm not going to wax myself, that's for sure. And if you know, there's things that you can do at home and things that you just leave to the professionals. Even though I'm a professional, I don't wax myself. Why should I? It's just too much it's just a lot of, no, I don't want to put myself through that. It's just, I'm not the person to do my own Brazilian, that's for sure. But if you can, right on, you're good. But me, no, I'd rather not. Just because I have to hold my stomach, and you know, it's just really complicated. So if you doing your wax at home, go ahead, do what you got to do. But if you're not sure what you're doing, sometimes you can tear your skin, you can get stuck together, and it'll become a whole mess. And a lot of people that do try to attempt to do their wax at home, they end up coming into the salon anyway. But if you're a person that can do it, thumbs up to you. Thumbs up to you. But yeah, I think pretty much I covered it. And if you shaved a day or two before you're going to get waxed, it's not going to happen. At least, you know, make it at least a size of a rice grain maybe. Or I would, if it's your first wax, try to just let it grow out. Just let it go. Then you have a more nicer, smoother wax at the end. If you have short hairs, you're going to end up leaving with not the smoothest wax. Yeah, because sometimes if, you know, the hair doesn't come out, then it doesn't come out, but you can only go so much times on the skin with the wax. I just use hard wax. Oops, I just use the hard wax. I prefer that, especially in that kind of sensitive area. It's really sensitive. But you know what, guys, ladies, don't be scared. If you're gonna get your first wax, don't be scared. Your specialist should help you through it. And from all the ladies that I've seen and worked with, they are very good. They help me through it, and you know, it's awesome. So make sure, like, if you pull the wax and you hold it down for a little bit, that helps a lot. That helps a really lot for the pain to stop. But yeah, if you guys have any questions down below, I'll answer them for you. And I hope I didn't scare you men off with this video, but you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope I answered most of the questions. I'll see you guys in my next upload. Thanks for watching.